Canon versus Sony, which camera is better? 4K 120p, 4K full frame 60p. Paul, what's the best camera I can buy? And why I think that these questions are really unimportant, and why I think that more basic questions are even more important for finding the right camera for you, and which these are, I'm gonna tell you in a minute. So you're probably watching this video because you want to invest in a new body, for example in a new Canon RF mount cameras such as the Canon EOS R6 or the Canon C70, or maybe the Sony a7S III, or maybe a very different camera, and you're asking yourself, hey, Canon versus Sony, which one should I buy? Or also Panasonic or Fujifilm whatsoever. And I think the features now these days of this camera are really less important, because, for example, if you're buying a camera like this, they all have great features such as 10-bit video. All these lenses that I've invested in a year, and I have a bunch now, and all these lenses are still until this day really great, and I use them all the day. And I'm really happy that I personally invested in EF glass, because I could still use them on my Blackmagic Pocket, on my Blackmagic Pocket 6K Pro, on the Zcam F6, and also on the Red Komodo. And that's what I want to tell you, is invest rather in the mount, not in the camera, because all these cameras will have great features. But in a long-term investment, think of what cameras you will buy maybe in the future, what is your dream camera, and what lens mounts this camera does support. But if you have an E-mount camera, you kind of stuck in the Sony system. That doesn't mean that the FX6 or FX9 is a bad camera, not at all. I think it's a great camera. But if you, for example, want to buy a Blackmagic camera, or you want to buy a Zcam, or you want to buy a Red camera or whatsoever, or Kinefinity, most of the cameras come with an EF mount natively, and you can just use the EF glass without any issues. And that's currently still the problem, that the E mount or also the L mount, they are not really into the system of other camera bodies. So for example, if you're having EF glass, it's a really long-term investment, because I never had to sell any glass because I could use it on all my new cameras, and that's a really big bonus, I think. At the end of the day, all it comes down to your abilities of a filmmaker in terms of lighting, composition. I have great tutorials about these on my channel, so please check them out. And gear isn't important as everybody tells you, so keep that in mind and be on a hunt for basically good lenses and something like that. I hope this was helpful to you, and also tell me in the questions below, or in the comments rather below, what questions do you had when you wanted to change the camera, and how important is the mount or the lenses actually for you? Please comment then below, and I think everybody can contribute from that. And yeah, hope this was helpful to you. Please check, subscribe, like this video, and I'm gonna see you in my very next video. Cheers!